You're tuned in to Spike Tea on Make It or Break It 336 Media. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get spiked. What's up, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. We in here and we're back.
Yes.
We are back. Now, I'm your host, Miss Sugar. Sugar, so iced out. You already know what it is. You can find me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Miss Sugar, the host 336. That's Miss Sugar, the host 336. And now I'm about to introduce my girls, but they don't need no introductions, right? You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and let them know who you are.
Yes, ma'am. Miss your girl Dior Chanel. So sweet and stay in her bag, but be careful where you spill your tea. Because I am the tea. And make sure y'all follow me on all social medias at Dior Chanel 336. You heard me?
And y'all already know it's me, Cookie. I ain't never got no milk for you because all I got around here is tea. And yo, today my tea not even spiked because I'm a little bit under the weather. So if I happen to sniffle, I don't want to hear no booger sugar jokes and no rumors.
Don't come.
You know what
Don't
I'm saying? But in the meantime, you can find me on the Twitters and the Insta webs and the Facebooks and the all of those around the webs at Cookie Got Tea.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, I know everybody's used to tea, but tonight here on Spike Tea, we put a little bit of something extra in it for you. We got some hot topics for you tonight, and stick around because we do have our Lady Boss Spotlight. She's here tonight, and she's an author. We'll get to that at the end of the show. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. You know what I'm saying, right? Right,
Yes,
ladies.
ma'am.
It's gonna be hot.
Of course, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, you know, we ain't gonna get them like oh, we're gonna be lit. So don't expect like lit turn up lit, but we gonna be on some.
I don't know. Speaking of lit, that headband Dior got on is giving me Halo like Angel, like Sour Patch Kid, because y'all know she ain't good like that, right?
Okay. So
we got some hot topics for you tonight.
Yes.
Now I want to get right into Miss Brittany Renner. Now she sat down with Deion Sanders and his whole team, all of them. Right now, before I get into it, I just want you to check this out. But I think Deion Sanders may be on to something.
Calm down now. Calm down.
Can you introduce yourself and let's go from step A to Z because we got to kind of show these guys the other side of game. And that's why you gracefully blessed us with your presence so they could understand from your point of view how this game is played.
So my name is Brittany Renner, a.k.a. Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. I have been on social media for
almost... joke ain't took notes all year, but now you want to take it. And that's how the game starts, with the phone.
Right.
They're going on Instagram, and they see you. And what happens? They try to get off in them DMs. And kind of take us on the journey of how this is played out.
I mean, honey, like, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but...
Okay. Now, what she was saying, her DMs are like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks, as in the Instagram blue checks.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing. Now, it was two things for me off the break before we even get into the subject matter. When she walked into the room, all the players already knew her and gave her a standing ovation. That was funny to me.
Definitely.
And B, the dude was taking notes like, oh, I'm going to hit her up later. I don't care what she say. You know what I'm saying? That was it for me. But now, so I guess Deion Sanders' point was to bring her in front of them to give them different pointers of basically how not to get, I'm going to call it thought up, how not to get caught up, thought up. You know what I mean? She was basically saying, hey, this is how we operate. This is what we do. This is what we look for. And this is why we get you. You know what I mean? And now I believe that when I say Deion Sanders was onto something, I think that it boosts the it helps the not only the morale of the players, but it helps players are always getting caught up in all of these controversies, all of these scandals. And if anybody who knows who Brittany Renner is, she is basically famous for letting people know, hey, it's okay to trap somebody. And she done
Yeah.
trapped 23-year-old PJ Washington. She just had that baby
Yeah.
in May 2021. Now she's telling people
Wow.
how not to get caught up like that. But it's going to
Yeah.
help out the fans as well, because if these players are not caught up in all the extra bullshit, then they can focus on their game, and maybe some of y'all can win these bets.
Right, right. I do actually agree. Like some of the, because I listened to that whole video, so some of the stuff that she was saying, they needed to hear that because she was letting them know, hey, somebody like me is gonna come in your DMs and try to lock you down because you know what I'm saying. They looking at what your success is going to be because these are college football players that she was talking to. You know what I'm saying? So it was like she was actually telling them what I guess how to not to get involved with somebody like her as I was saying, as how I
Right.
was seeing it. But it was kind of some good advice because she was saying, all I see in my DMs is blue checks. And I'm not talking about like the checks with the money that you spend. No, like YouTube, Facebook, they're all higher
Your
class.
favorite
So
athletes, your favorite rappers, all of these
mhm.
folks. She was like, what she say? It brings up her property value, and she helps bring up theirs, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The higher you are, the higher that you'll be around those kind of people. So it'll bring you more success if who you hang around and who you don't.
Yeah, that's true. But with the thought and stuff, I can't be around that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't be
It's a
around it.
lot.
That's too
But
much.
one thing I know,
That's one more birds
I
of a
bet
feather
you her
flock.
little thought buddy's mad as hell.
She's
It
snitching.
probably
She's
is.
letting
I bet
everybody know what's going
She's
on.
spilling the tea.
she
Okay.
ain't got no more
And she
friends.
spiked it.
She ain't got no more friends. She like, you hip them to our game, like, because
Right.
this is something that people have been, these insta models and insta thoughts and all of that have been literally surviving
The
on this
Instabots.
type of game. Like, your check, my check, we got a check now. I'm gonna be extra famous for being up under your check. Oh, and here's a baby. Let me get a check for the rest of my life. Now she done put salt in a whole bunch of them chicks' games because now a lot of folks is like, I watched the tutorial. I know the game now. You
She was
know,
giving some good advice.
Right.
Yeah. I felt
she
like they
gave
probably
good
needed to hear
advice.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think that it's gonna
They
boost their awareness of the games going on around them. Um, but now here's my question I pose to you ladies. You can put a stop to the game, but isn't the game about both sides opposing? Like, if you take the villain away, then is this really a game anymore? I mean, it just changes the dynamic of things.
Right.
mm-hmm.
But look,
Yeah, it's
speaking of advice, I don't mean to cut y'all off. But
go ahead.
I just want to know, because our parents used to tell us like somebody hit you, hit them back, or you go tell somebody. But nowadays, does these parents, rules turn into consequences around here
Basketball tournament in
like it
Garden
used
Grove
to?
on Sunday until this happened. Ham was clotheslined with a punch from an opposing player.
Total shock. Just
Listen, okay, that was a video of an NBA player daughter by the name of Latira Shante Hunt, and her daughter was Corey Benjamin, and she goes to the high school, and they was at a high school game, and she told her to go ahead and go sucker punch a 15-year-old little girl. What I'm trying to get to is like, our parents, by our parents telling us to go tell somebody, what I'm saying, if you can't go tell nobody, you got to defend for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's getting to a point where, y'all getting in trouble too. But this story was the mom of an ex-NBA player, Corey Benjamin. The daughter has been charged after allegedly directing her daughter to sucker punch an opponent during the hoop game. The 44-year-old Letitia Shante Hunt was hit with 2 misdemeanors: battery and contributing to delinquency of a minor.
Mhm.
Yeah, and while announcing the charges at Orange County the DA places blame right on the shoulders of the mom. Like, straight up. The daughter not getting in trouble. She's not being charged. The only way she getting in trouble is she's being permanently taken off the league to compete in games.
Kiki, you want to go first on this one? Because that's
Man, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Number one. Now, people misconstrue what these rules are for. I am a mother who feels like if somebody, hit them back in the street.
Right.
In the street. But now, if you are a supportive parent at a football game and you support what those football games are, basketball games are supposed to be about, when you're in any kind of a sports league, there is sportsmanship. There is a way to, lose and not be a sore loser. People get fouled in these games. It doesn't start a fight. By you telling your child to hit this girl, you not only taught your daughter the opposite of sportsmanship, but now your daughter has lost opportunities because your ass is a hothead. I'm glad she got it. I'm glad she got locked up. I hope they throw the book at her. And I hope her daughter hate her for the rest of her damn life, because her daughter could have went to the WNBA if she ain't got kicked out of this situation.
She's facing charges. They haven't locked her up yet. So a little bit of backstory on this, because this is the daughter of the ex-NBA player, Corey Benjamin, right? This is his daughter, Corey, and Latara Shanta Hunt, So this is not her first time. This is not her first time sucker punching people. This is like her third. It was two more girls that she sucker punched as well too.
So she the Debo of basketball?
She's literally like out there
aggressive already in basketball and football. That's what I would think. But like for you to like do that, it's not like somebody out there messing with you. You going out there like, I'm mad, I'm finna win this game, but you done lost. You done lost instantly. Like that's just everything's gone.
That's why Deion Sanders had a point.
Scholarship.
That's why these athletes don't need to be having babies by thoughts. See what I'm saying? Thank you, Deion Sanders. But go ahead.
So the girl, was it Lauren Ham? That's the other. That was the opponent's name.
Yeah,
they're talking about. They're talking about probably filing a lawsuit against them as well too. So we'll have to. This is a story I might want to keep up on, because I don't see how just a child can. Our mother, she should be held accountable. First of all.
I done seen some video, so I ain't surprised, sister.
Yeah, and I think we have. I think I had sent the picture over. I found who she was. I was wanting to know, who is this lady? Like, who?
That's just coming like, go get him. Go ahead.
Yeah, you better hit her. You better hit her. But if y'all guys notice in the video, that's what I wanted to notice in the video. The girl faked the fall. She faked the fall.
Everybody who gets fouled falls out extra. Everybody who do that falls out.
She
extra.
didn't get hit at all. She didn't. The girl didn't even touch. She faked
that thing
hit the jump shot. She hit. No, I'm talking about before that. She hit the jump shot, and then she kind of made herself fall like it was a foul. She didn't get the foul, so she got up doing like this, thinking she was gonna get a foul or something. So that's when the mother said, "You better hit her."
Yeah.
And the girl just.
And the mother was mad because refs
I would have let her come fake some more
all the time. Like I really don't even understand why the mother, especially by her being an NBA player, ex-NBA player's child, she knows how the game works. She knows what goes down in these arenas. So at any point, I don't understand why she resorted to violence when you didn't get the result you wanted.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
I do it from games. She wanted to win that game.
Yeah, she wanted to win, but she ain't gonna be winning no games no time soon, because she's suspended from a lot of games. Probably, I don't know. She might still go to pro or whatever, because I heard she's really good. Like she's really
she's
good
just permanently out of that
player.
league.
She just need anger, something. You know.
Now, did y'all see the comments? Larry Love said he remember when he sucker punched somebody on the court.
A lot of people said that it hit people. I was reading a lot of people said they.
I think he just be swinging on people.
Her father,
her father is definitely about to be paying up some court fees.
And
he said he was very disappointed.
Let's not neglect the elephant in the room. You clotheslined a little white girl. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah. Well, let's get on this. Let's get on this other topic we have here about this American Airlines situation because all Tink wanted to do was sleep. I just don't understand.
Here's the clip.
Also, where does all these people on the plane? I didn't do anything. No one did anything. You have your belongings, so you can just get them. We need to go.
And we had witnesses. I just want this to be known that she has a newborn. You're putting her off the plane due to the negligence of and unprofessionalism of one of your staff members.
She did absolutely nothing.
No, if we are treated unfairly, should we take this? We paid to be on this flight.
But y'all are making
No, you're gonna knock my phone out my hand at the end of the day. This is my 7-week-old daughter being mistreated.
You weren't here. I was not here. But
So Camila Hamlet and Alan Ali, they were traveling with their 7-week-old baby girl back to Philadelphia from Charlotte, North Carolina. They were in Charlotte, your city.
What out here?
Yes, they were in Charlotte, North Carolina. They were asked to leave because the passenger beside them had got I guess a lot of people don't want kids on the plane and plus they're Black people, so this white lady, she was just like, could you, I guess she wanted the lady to move. Wanted Camilla to move. So it turned out to be a big thing where everybody was just getting on them and they literally kicked them off the plane. Did you see how they slapped his phone out his hand? Now that was the attendant, the man. Yeah. If y'all see, it was like the man standing behind there. Yeah, that was him that slapped the phone out his hand. So do you think American Airlines was right
y'all
to
don't want me to be saying
put these people out on the plane with not even knowing the real city? The captain was in the cabin thing. So he was just saying put them off. Mm-hmm. Didn't even know who they were or anything, but the airline people and all that, they were just rude.
That's how people are, like, especially when you go to stores. Like, people act like that. They'll look you in your eyes and be like, you know what I'm saying, smiling, but the whole time they really envying. Like, and it's so crazy because people don't know who you are. They don't know who you know, and they still treat you like you're nothing.
And the video goes on, and he said, we are educated people. We have PhDs. We have, everything. Yeah. Y'all thinking that we're just, normal, whatever, but they're taking charges on American Airlines, on everybody that was involved.
Good.
And they should.
Now
they should.
The other passenger who I guess initiated the issue, all the mother of the 7-week-old said was, "Hey, can you give me some space? I got a little time here." You know what I mean? And so the lady would basically, because y'all
go ahead.
That I just want to jump on this subject, but I'm just saying this is clearly profiling. Police ain't got to be the only people profiling. But because this Black woman said something to you that you didn't like, now you had to make it a big deal. What she was going to do, beat you up with that baby in her hands? Yeah. That was not even about to happen. All she did was ask you to move from the comfortable, entitled space you thought you had, and you didn't like it. So you caused an uncomfortable situation for her and her family, and it boils down to the entitlement you thought you had when she paid the same amount you paid to get in that same seat. You ain't like you paid for first class. You don't want a baby to sit beside you. Pay for first class then. I'm just saying. I'm gonna get my life together over here. At the end of the day, I feel my blood pressure doing this. It was literally privilege. It was plus a Black person, and then the people who knocked the phone out the hand. Yes, it was literally. I felt like I was waiting for this dude to say, "I need you to get on the back of the bus, please." I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah.
No, I ain't. I feel like I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah. Because we don't want our show to get in there.
Let me say
one day. We shall overcome. These topics tonight have been truly eye-opening. We see a lot. A lot of stuff is going on in the world, so it takes And there's so much more to talk about that people really don't look at or see on a daily basis, you know. So it's crazy. It's crazy
Real.
how, yeah, it's
This is
definitely
true.
crazy.
I
All
can't wait for
right.
what's about to happen, y'all. I can't wait for what's about to
Yes.
happen,
So
y'all. I
I'm
can't wait for
so
what's about to happen,
excited.
y'all.
I'm so excited. We have our Lady Boss Spotlight. This is a author. She is called Miss Optimistic. She's an author. She also does a lot of different other stuff, but we are excited to have her on tonight. And she's going to tell you a little bit about her book and all the wonderful things that she is doing. So welcome.
Hi.
Hello,
How are you?
hello. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for your show.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. So the name of your book is Transitioning from the Heart, correct?
Transitioning from a shattered heart.
From a Shattered Heart. And you have the copy, you have a book copy with you?
Yes.
So that people can see. Great. That is
Beautiful.
That's beautiful
awesome.
artwork, by the way.
Awesome.
Beautiful artwork.
Really, for real.
Yes,
Beautiful.
definitely.
Thank
Definitely. So yes, that is look at that. Check that out,
Yeah.
guys.
Shout
Yeah.
out to whoever
That
the
is
artist is, by the way. Was that you?
yes.
Because I know you painting stuff too. Was that you? Okay,
yes.
girl, go ahead. All
Yes.
right.
So with you writing this book, what does literally success like this book look for you in the future? What do you see this book coming out of your success with this?
I see myself very successful.
Hmm.
There's a lot of messages in this book.
So tell us a little bit about your book.
So this book is basically here to inspire, to motivate, to encourage, and to also give other individuals that are going through something that they can't handle a
Right.
chance to understand that everyone is going through something. It's how you handle it, how well you handle it, and what you do with it after that. Um, it's a book to really encourage, especially the young generation, the upcoming youth, because we have a lot of misdirected uh, families, parents. We have individuals that are misleading children and children misleading other children, children, suicidal thoughts. There's so many different reasons that this book is actually a book that roller coaster ride. Um, it's an inspiring book.
Okay.
It's based on true events, and it's about a young female who has been through a lot of trials and tribulations, but also through it, she finds comfort because she releases what's in her heart and in her mind through paper. The pen and paper became her best friend.
Okay. Okay, so look,
That's beautiful.
from a survivor to a survivor, like what are some tips that you don't have in the book that you can tell the youth who like get up every day and going through the same thing that the character is going through in the book, but don't have the courage to like say, hey, this is what I got going on.
Well, sometimes you need a little peace and quiet. Sometimes you need that little bit of time for yourself. Sometimes you need to self reflect and look at your surroundings. Sometimes you need to be alone. It is okay to be alone. Sometimes people think, certain individuals think that it's okay to always tell someone. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you're just speaking it out. You're not really meditating on it. You're not focusing on it. You're not really feeling it, embracing it.
Mhm.
And the problem with the youths now is that technology took the place of a lot of things, and it's a lot of misdirecting when it comes to social media in many ways. And sometimes a simple book can have a little bit of a message, but the new youths that are coming out, they tend to veer off into a different path. There's more drugs, there's more alcohol, there's more suicide. And my best advice is that to sometimes sit in a quiet place and think how much it is to get up each day, because someone like me that has been through it all, I'm still struggling, and I'm struggling with endometrial cancer. So this book can give you a little bit of hope, a little bit of strength, and doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Just because it didn't happen today, it doesn't mean it won't happen tomorrow.
Definitely.
Now let me
Mhm.
ask you. I know I love that you mentioned social media and how technology has kind of gotten in the way of human connection, which hinders a lot of people's efforts towards like mental health counseling, and just ways that we have been used to before. Those of us who are 30 and older, but ways that we had before to be able to reach out and get help, or you could be able to look at somebody and they know what the hey, I'm in trouble looks like, but not anymore. So what are some things maybe in your community, or outside of your art and your writing, what are some ways that you maybe reach out to people or connect with people to share stories like these and relate to stories that other people may have?
Well, I work in a grocery store part time, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of young children coming there. And as time goes by, they come in one after another, and you see the changes in them. You can feel the vibration. You can feel their energy as they walk into the door. You can sense their facial expression changes, and you reach out to them, and sometimes it helps. And I've became more a mother to the children in the neighborhood than their own mothers sometimes, although I have no children, because I have compassion and I have understanding. And sometimes when I was going through things, I didn't expect someone else to understand, so I blocked them out. But I want others to know that no matter what we're going through, there's always someone there to listen. Yes, there's social media is not just it's not a bad thing, it's also a great thing, but the resources are there. But the problem is that children don't look for those resources. Sometimes they want that connection,
It's
and
very true.
I feel that I need to give them that connection, because
Mm.
if I'm
I'm
granted
so sorry.
and given a gift, God bless you, if I'm granted
Thank
and given that gift and that opportunity, then it's a growing process for myself to
Right.
become a mother one day. So I'm learning as I am also trying to teach. So it is good to actually pay attention to their expression. If you notice that they didn't do something today that they usually do on a daily basis, pick up on their patterns. Realize that sometimes running away, they're not running from you, they're running from something else. You have
Mhm.
to pay attention to the signs.
Mhm. So I'm gonna ask you this: what was
Or
the
maybe
most
running from the bus if I have it.
yeah? What was the most difficult part about writing this book? Do you feel?
The most difficult part, well, is basically embracing all of it. And the most difficult part is being sexually assaulted at a time where, as Samaya, this character in this book, she was sexually assaulted. So from the background, from her culture, it was an embarrassment. It was degrading. It was painful. It was shame. And it was hurtful the whole entire way, because from that moment, that was when her life changed.
Okay.
So
It's crazy.
that that was the most
Wow.
that is the hardest thing a female any female in general can speak
Yeah.
upon.
Yeah.
And someone from this culture, women of that culture do not speak out. They do not reach out, and they do not write about it. They do not talk about it. They hold on to it. And sometimes there are women that are still living with
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and they can't let go. And yeah, that's the hardest part.
Right.
Hardest part is to let go while you're writing because you're having a release.
Definitely.
Now, are you ready for well, I don't know if you already have had those, but the backlashes from society, from those who, been through it, that, just disagree with how effortlessly you just moved on. Like, and they feel like it's just so hard and they could never do it the way you did it by writing and, being alone because, their situation could have been where they was alone in a situation, they need somebody. So, are you ready for that? Like someone coming to you like, I feel like that's not what it is because that's not how I'm moving on. I wouldn't take it like that. Like,
I'm ready to embrace the positive and negatives because if they came to me and explained that, I can only explain how I heal. I can't change or heal you. It's all in your mind.
mhm,
And if you can control your mind, then you can have the most powerful weapon against anything that holds you back in life.
mhm,
So I, the
Absolutely.
most I can do is encourage and inspire and hope that they take heed to certain examples of, trying to divert from all that pain, turn it into something more positive. But that is not, I am not here to change the world. I'm only here to spread a message, to get it across in other ways so that another individual can absorb it and probably pay it forward and spread that message because it's important. Closed mouth never
Now,
gets fed.
mhm,
exactly. Now, piggybacking off of what
Yeah.
viewers' question was, I'm glad that you guys addressed that. Everybody's grieving and healing processes are different. I noticed that Samaya in the book, she spoke in a way that was not that of a 12-year-old. What stuck out to me in the beginning of the book was when the doctor came in, and she was like, he was ready to talk to her. Like let's start figuring out how to work this out. And she was like, I have not gathered my thoughts yet, and if you could kindly give me a moment. You know what I mean? Like a 12-year-old, I'm just like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, so was her healing process in the book? Was her healing process? I gotta hurry up and grow up because nobody's gonna help me do this because I can't even talk to the women in my family about it. Is that what was happening with her?
Well, because of the fact that shame, guilt, also feeling at fault, and criticism. So, yes, it was, I had to be that, somebody had to be that strength and strength for other women also. Like, you know, she had to put a shield around her and troop through that storm, regardless of who is in it with her or not, because the women of the culture was it was hard for them to absorb that. So they're they're the type of individual women that would pretty much say it will be okay, you'll get through it. But no, you just wouldn't understand. So she had to she was forced to grow up, like,
To grow up.
and
Yeah.
strong.
So
And
she was literally, yeah. Okay.
she was forced because
I was reading. I was
when
like,
you're
I had to go back. I was
Because we
like,
were
did a
like,
12
"Whoa,
year
she
old just
talks
say
like an adult."
that?
yes, yes. Well, Samaya, if as a 12-year-old, you will have not experienced not even a pinch of life as of yet.
mhm,
So for
mhm,
her to actually go through all of that, and had no one to actually really speak to. It was like a battlefield, that and that her armor was her mouth, her strength, and that's all she had with her, and
Right.
that's all she can, push against.
Okay. So, do you view your writing skills
That
as
was
kind of
extremely powerful.
spiritual, like writing? Because in your book, you have a lot of little, yeah, she probably knew I was going to get to this. You have a lot of little quotes and a lot of, what are you, what religion are you, if you don't mind me asking? Or
To
are
be
you
hon-
any religion?
well, to be honest, I was born a Hindu. I got
Okay,
I
okay.
I got baptized. But then I started reading all the other religious books, and to be honest, I'm just spiritual. I don't want to claim a religion.
Mhm.
I want to be more spiritual in a sense.
So you would consider yourself a kind of spiritual writer because it's like a lot of uplifting quotes. It's a lot of little, little
Yeah.
things where if somebody's reading it, you'd be like, oh, that's a good, saying to take with me.
Different
Well,
mantras and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
well, to be honest, I want to leave individuals with hope. I want to leave them with peace, with positivity, with a positive vibration, and an energy that just uplifts your soul more than your mind, or your laughter for just a moment. No, I want it to resonate within you so that you can embrace another individual, whether it's female or male. I was very empowering for females, but I noticed that there's with this book, a lot of men has actually came out to me and spoken up. And you would be amazed and surprised that there are some men also that are going through it. And
Mm.
so, going back to it, the book is mainly for anyone that is going through something, that is in need, that is in desperate understanding of love. And the first step is to love yourself and love your mind.
Yeah.
So,
I
Great.
definitely identify with what you
Right.
just now said because
Mm-hmm.
I mean now I for one have not been a victim of sexual violence or sexual assaults, but I of course have gone through things. Even through this journey with you, it gave me a better understanding of what folks who have been through that go through, and it also led me on a healing journey with other areas of my life. Like things will break you down, and here's how you get back up. So, like, yeah, I definitely identify with. You don't even have to have been one of the people that have gone through this, but here's how to get through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You
right.
Yes.
know.
And I
Definitely.
see,
Thank you
like,
very much for the inspiration. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
you wrote the hell out of that, girl. Thank you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There were some
magnificent.
Yeah.
mistakes, but thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're going to end it here, but let the people know where they can find you at, where they can find your book, how they can get in touch with you in case they want to order it or buy it or anything like that. So,
Well, they can find it on Amazon. It's called Transitioning from a Shattered Heart.
That's so beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
is.
Mhm.
And you can find me on Instagram, Optimistic Davy, or on the book has my full name. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter as
all
well.
right. Okay,
Thank you,
great.
ladies.
Thank you so
But
much
thank
for
you for
coming to
being
hang
on our
out with
show
us. We've been
tonight
looking
as our
forward to
Ladies
meeting you.
Love Spotlight. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye. All right, guys, but that's our show for tonight. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Because we outie, we live. Bye.
Bye.